Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another video. It's that time again to do our game predictions for the 2025 college football season. The game that we're going to be taking an in-depth look at today is going to be our UF Florida Gators versus the LSU Tigers, kicking off Saturday, 7:30 p.m., ABC, September 13th. One of the better rivalries in college football. We're going to completely break this game down. Look at the rosters, the coaching situation, the offenses, the defenses, and try to predict the outcome, the winner, the loser, what the final score might be. And we're also going to take an in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. If you're a college football fan, if you're a football fan, a sports fan, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, by all means, drop them below. Do you agree? Disagree? What are your thoughts on these games? Who do you predict is going to be the winner of this matchup? Leave it in the comment section. I will make sure that I respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, make sure to check out the pinned comment down below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate it. We go over every single college football and NFL game this entire season. We break them all down. We do predictions. We do best bets on every matchup. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. So, like I was saying, we have a SEC versus SEC conference play is kicking off. Two of the biggest brands in college football. The Florida Gators visiting the LSU Tigers, 7:30 a night game at LSU, Death Valley. It's going to be tough. It's going to be loud. LSU's coming in here with a lot of pomp right now. They are coming off of beating Clemson. They won their last game this past week in week 2. Not the most convincing one, but a W is a W. Don't forget, they put a lot into that week 1 victory. They're probably tired out, getting ready for conference play, so maybe their attention was a little bit elsewhere. It's fine. We will give them a pass for that. But who we can't give a pass to is what befell the Florida Gators in week 2, losing to USF in Gainesville, Florida, and the way they lost. Just an awful performance. Billy Napier was already on the hot seat coming into the season. That seat was very warm. The most difficult college football schedule I have ever seen in my entire college football watching life. He had to win basically every single out-of-conference game just to have a shot to get back to 8 or 9 wins. He's not going to be able to do that right now. He's 1-1. They beat Long Island State. They lost to USF. And now you're getting into the actual tough part of the schedule. They already have a loss. They're not even in the meat of their schedule. They have LSU. They have Miami. They play 7 ranked teams. It's going to be rough. It is going to be a gauntlet, but we know the Florida Gators football team in years past, they always rally around Billy Napier. Whenever it seems like everything's down, they're going to pull off an upset win somewhere. It will happen. It's the way it happens every single season. The big question is it going to happen now, or is it going to happen a little later down the line when they need a win even more? If they can pull off a win here and upset number 3 LSU, it's going to take a lot of pressure off of Billy Napier. People won't forget about what happened last week, but it will give them new hope on the season, because right after that, after upsetting a top 3 team, you'd have Miami next week, and maybe you can upset them. It would give you a lot of momentum. It would be a building block, a strong foundation to kind of launch yourself going forward. But LSU, Brian Kelly, they're going to look to make sure to quash that right now. Blake Baker, the steps this defense has taken year 2 under Blake Baker are remarkable. They took steps forward last season. They took even more steps forward this season, and you know they're going to have an offense that can score. Nussmeier throws a beautiful down-the-field pass. Now, they weren't doing much of that this past week, and actually they had a pretty inept offense. But coming off that Clemson win, like I said, I will give them a pass. They put a lot into that game. No reason to blow out the team last week. They got the Clemson win. That's still a very strong win. If they can beat Florida, even if they beat Florida, Florida would be 1-2. Not the best win, but nonetheless, Florida and LSU, they always play each other extremely competitively. It's always a very close game. Looking at the matchup overall, you have to take this game serious. The Florida Gators, a 38.4% chance to win this game with the fan vote. The Tigers, a 61.6% chance. So you're telling me the Florida Gators still have a shot. LSU, massive favorites here. 9.5-point favorites. That's a pretty big favorite here for a rivalry game. The over-under is 51.5. LSU, minus 302. The Florida Gators, plus 241. Looking at these overall rosters, obviously both teams have top 12 overall rosters in the nation. Florida and Billy Napier. You know, maybe it's time for him to give up some play calling duties. And can we stop the hype train around DJ Lagway? Can you say that he's come down the earth? I didn't understand it in the offseason. I said he's good, and there's a lot of promise there. He won a lot of games last year straight. But some people had him as the front runner from the Heisman. Let's just quiet that down. No reason to go there. You have DJ Lagway. You have Ball at running back. Jackson backing him up. Ball should have got a lot more touches at the end of the second half, very end of the fourth quarter last week. But it is what it is. That's not the plays that Billy called. Tight end, you have Hanson, the wide receiver room. Eugene Wilson, that is the X factor. That's a fast guy. Give him the ball in space. Feed your playmakers the ball. Mizell, Sturdivant. There's still a lot of weapons there. And, of course, Florida was known to have a very good offensive line. The defensive front seven, they're going to get a lot of pressure. But will they be able to pressure the veteran Nussmeier? Nussmeier has been in big games. He's won on the big stage before, and he is wheeling. He is dealing, slinging the ball up and down the field. One of the top passing quarterbacks last season. He's back for another year. He's a redshirt senior here. 5th, 6th year in the program. You have Durham at running back, Jackson, the tight end, Sharp. And, of course, LSU always produces top-notch wide receivers. Hilton Jr., Anderson, Thomas. There's a lot of weapons. This is a Brian Kelly team, and now they are spun. They are situated to where they could be the front runners in the NCC right now. Some people have them number one in their polls. I think that's overstepping. No reason to do that, especially with the way that Clemson looked last week. They look like crap. They look like crap the LSU game, and they look like crap last week. So the win's kind of getting watering down, but don't let anyone tell you that it's a bad win. It's still a very strong win, one of the best wins on the young season so far. Overall, through the first 2 games, the Florida Gators, they're averaging 35.5 points a game. They're throwing for 236.5, running for 151.1. Kind of balanced here, but we need to focus on that run game. Use that offensive line. Lean on teams. Wear them down the second half. And they're giving up 156 of the air, 82.5 on the ground. They're only giving up 9 points a game. Right now, the LSU Tigers, obviously, they played a really good defense versus Clemson. There was no excuse for the low amount of points that they scored last week, but it is what it is. No reason to panic. They're going to be just fine. Like I said, they expelled a lot of energy the week 1 game versus Clemson on the road at Clemson. Right now, the Tigers are averaging 20 points a game. Throwing for 241.5, running for 118. We know their strength is going to be their pass game, the vertical threat, the passing quarterback, the talented wide receiver core. They are running for 118. They're giving up 8.5 points per game, 163 through the air, only 44.5 on the ground. Like I said, this team's front seven, much improved over last season, which was even more improved over the season before where it was complete Swiss cheese. But there's a rivalry game. Anything can happen in rivalry games. So what are we going to predict on this game? I'm going to go with the LSU Tigers pulling off the win. The final score, 28-24. LSU wins, but I'm going to go with that plus 9.5. That is a very large spread here for 2 teams with solid defenses, and I think Florida rallies around Billy Napier. It's not enough on the road, but this game goes down to the end. I'm going to go with that plus 9.5. I think Florida keeps it very close. They keep it within reach. They might even almost win it. But LSU, Garrett Nussmeier, they pull it off when it matters the most in crunch time, and the LSU Tigers win, and I'm going to go with the over. Guys, that's our breakdown. That's our prediction for the Florida LSU football matchup this coming Saturday for Week 3. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, drop them below. If you agree, disagree, let me know in the comment section. Tell me what you predict for this game, and I'll make sure that I respond to every comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out the pinned comment below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate it. And, of course, as always, thank you for watching.